cares if my balls get smaller? Fuck the haters, dude. They're Myron. Do I think I will ever climb to Grandmaster Elo division? By next patch, so like in 4 days from now. I think in like, wait, what are we today? Saturday? Sunday, Monday? Okay, so next patch is on Wednesday, right? So we have like 4 days. I think I could probably get to like 200, 250 LP by then. And then when the Hecarim buffs go through and my champion is like actually really good again, I think no cancer, we go like I think I'll be challenger by the end of my trip. Like, we're day 12, we're here for 21 days, 10 more days, we're challenger, no bullshit. You're waiting for the Parvati Nidalee special rip. Yeah, listen, Darkwing, the thing is, Parvati plays a really mean Nidalee. So all you have to do next time you duo her is sort of just lock in Nidalee, you play Yumi for her, it's free win. People flaming her for being boosted and boosters getting glorified, lol logic? Who, Parvati? I mean, Parvati was never flamed for being boosted. She was flamed because she pretended like she got like an achievement of her own, when in reality it was just like a boost. It's like, imagine someone comes out and they're like, oh, look at my full natural fitness transformation I did in 6 weeks. But then you look into it and they were like on like 500 gram or 500 milligram like tests and shit like that, you know? And then you're like, bro, that's unnatural. And then like you make fun of it. But you're not making fun of the fact that they did what they did, as much as it is the fact that you're being dishonest, right? It's cringe to lie about being natty. No, okay, listen. So this is my unpopular opinion. And every time I say this, people like, I don't know, they don't agree with me, but I'll say this and I stick by it. I think being fake natural is completely fine, and I'll tell you why. First off, people are so open about steroid use nowadays that when new lifters are getting in the scene and they see that every single one of the influencers they follow is on trend or steroids or whatever, it actually makes them want to take this shit because they want to be like their favorite influencers, right? It's like, imagine I were to sit here and like me and every other big streamer, right? We sit here and we all take Adderall and we're really open about, oh yeah, we take Adderall to like play video games, you know? And then everybody just starts going around and taking Adderall, you know? It's like, it's not a good effect, first of all. Because I'm telling you, the amount of people taking tests, the amount of people taking fucking steroids, the amount of people taking trend and shit is insane nowadays. SARMs, everything, it's insane. And part of that is the reason because of how everyone's like open about it, you know? The other reason why I think being fake natty is fine is because people are there to make a career out of it, right? So let's say you're there and you say, oh yeah, I take steroids. Then it's almost like people will attribute all of your progress and all of your work to the steroids. They won't actually appreciate your physique for what it is, right? So if you sit there and you like lie about being natty, like, oh yeah, I'm natural by the way, then people will sit there and be willing to give you more commemoration for your hard work, which means that you'll have more of a following base, which means that you can easier make it into the scene, right? So that's like my take on fake naturals. Make zero sense? No, it does, because like the thing that you have to understand is that there are people who will like glorify personalities that they're gonna follow, right? And the problem is that literally just do whatever these people do because they're like, oh, like if they're doing it, then maybe it's like good for me to do it too. Or they just want to be so much like their idols that they end up like doing shit like this, right? It's fucking cringe and stupid to do the same thing as other people just because you like some shit to them. It's not an excuse. Well, yeah, you can say it's stupid, right? Is it stupid that people are gonna sit there and fucking like take steroids because like they say, oh, this guy does it, so I want to do it too? Yeah, but it's something that genuinely does happen and is becoming more and more popular. So the logic is lying is okay if you make a profit out of it? No. The logic is if the lie doesn't have anything bad about it, then who cares, right? I feel like the people who shit on fake natties are really, really dishonest about it. So let me explain when I say this. It's kind of like, let's say someone's a fake natural, right? Then people say, dude, the problem is you're gonna sit there and you're gonna say people can attain your physique, and then years from now they're gonna realize that that physique was unobtainable to begin with, and you'll have lied to them. Bro, years from now, that person will have already known that this dude was a fake natural like 2 years in. And by then, he reestablishes his goals. And he realized like, oh, and guess what? This fake natural got him into lifting. Guess what, dude? He established a good habit. It's like anybody who sits there and shits on fake natties is like playing in this fantasy land. And they don't actually like think about things. I'm being serious when I say that. I can't believe that everybody can afford these roids, because most of roids aren't expensive, because people are just buying shit from the guy. So that's the other thing too, right? It's like people are just buying shit from some random dude that's at their gym. Legitimately. Good steroids, right? Like good steroids. My dad has a guy he knows who it's like $2.5 grand a month for it. $2.5 grand a month, by the way. But then there are people who could probably sell like shit for like 500 because it's some run-of-the-mill bullshit. You know? Okay, but why lie though? Because if you don't lie, then people won't respect your accomplishment. Imagine a guy gets rank 1 and he does it by taking Adderall every day, okay? But he still has the capacity to be a good player just like he's taking Adderall. Then people will sit there and they'll be like, nah, dude, it's just Adderall. So they won't actually give him the credit for it. People are always looking to discredit you. So that's why if you don't give them anything to discredit about you, it's the best way to create a following, yeah? Naturals don't get more attention than the ones using roids, etc. Maybe not if you're deep into the lifting scene. But ask any normie, show any normie, right, a picture of a guy, tell me he's on steroids, and say, oh, dude, he only got that physique because he's a steroids boy, lol. He's cheating. I'm telling you. I've literally gone around, I've talked to friends about it who are like normie, and that was their thing. They're cheating, dude. Who cares? I could look like that if I took steroids too. Like, I'm being serious, I'm not trying. It kind of blows that you took the fucking kill, but it is what it is. You also have to realize it's like, how many people are out there that have good physiques but don't have a following, right? How many of these are there? Thousands? Tens of thousands? So by sitting there and claiming you're natural, another thing that you do is you incentivize people to be like, no, dude, you're fake natural. And then if they start making videos about you, guess what? That's free fucking advertisement for you. Easy. What about selling workout plans, promising crazy results? That's cringe, but that's a different kind of discussion. I think that's cringe, right? And people doing that, like, dude, do this workout plan, you're gonna get shredded. Like, no. That's why I always tell people, it doesn't matter. You don't need a plan, you don't need a diet, you don't need anything. All you need to do is go to the gym, have fun, do what you like doing, and then guess what, bro? You're gonna make progress over time. I just saw like 14 to 16-year-old kids going on SARMs already and fucking themselves up, and why do you think they do it? Because of the influencers being open about it. You think any 16-year-old kid even knows what SARMs is? If his favorite influencers didn't talk about it? Of course not. Yeah, it's like that Flash. Flash should dodge the Q so then she can't just like heal off for freeze and shit. Oh, we really don't kill either? I mean, I could have had a better ult there. I could have had a better second ult, my bad. Yeah, no shoot greed, 100%. Have I ever considered using PEDs? Of course. Would I not want higher energy, look better, be more shredded, higher sex drive? Like, who wouldn't want to use them? But the reason I never will is because that shit fucks your mental. Unironically, the reason I'm never gonna do them, right? It has nothing to do with health. It has nothing to do with like long-term side effects. It has to do with the fact that PEDs push you to a point that you will never be able to get naturally. So if you ever come to a point where you can't take the PEDs anymore, you will become literally mentally destroyed because you're going to be working on making your body better, but you're never going to be able to achieve what you achieved in the past. And I think that would be way more mentally destructive than any physical side effect that you could ever have from it. That's the kind of shit that makes you fucking depressed, you know? One of my dad's, a guy that my dad knew in police academy ended up like running it down in game because that's what happened to him. He was on it, you know, and then he was on it, and then what happens is that he has to get off because of like health complications, and then he can't take it anymore, and then, you know, he just got unbelievably depressed, and what happened. PEDs are easy, but then you need to check so many things in your body, from heart, lung status, etc. Of course. And guess what, bro? If you have a random kid that's just gonna start taking fucking like SARMs because he sees that his favorite influencer is taking it and he wants to be like his favorite influencer, do you really think that kid is ever gonna sit there and go to the doctor to check anything? I mean, the other problem with like PEDs in general is just like social media, right? Like, you want the instant gratification, you want the, I want results now, I want people to notice my six-pack now, my 17-inch arms now, right? So it's like, do you really want to sit there and put in the work for fucking, like, 8 years? No. Just like steroids, bro, you can get it done in, like, 2.5, you know, like, in-game. So then, of course, people are going to sit there and be like, wow, time hack, and then they start it. But again, like, my problem with PEDs and shit like that isn't even... What's up, Luke? My problem with PEDs, again, has nothing to do with, like, the health problems. It just has to do with, I know for a fact, we're gonna have, like... In the future, all these guys doing it right now, you know, they're gonna look sick, they're gonna go to festivals, raves, be like, yo, look how crazy I look. But then, years from now, when you aren't able to, like, maintain that, and you have to, like, get off, right? It's like... Imagine the mental damage, like, that's the thing that deterred me from it. Because I know that, like, with me personally, right, I'll wake up some mornings and I'll feel like, holy fuck, I look great. And then other mornings I'll wake up and be like, wow, the last, like, 4 years of lifting was all for nothing. I made no progress, right? Like, I made no progress. And that's why it's one of those things where imagine you take a person who already has, like, body image issues, which are literally, like, 99% of lifters, by the way. And then you give them something that gives them a temporary, like, sense of being bigger, and that is just taken away from them the second they sell this substance. And you know, like, that's the most cringe thing to me too. It's like, what if I told you that, like, the most cringe thing about this is how somehow the influencers are the ones who managed to, like, make people think it was a good thing that they come out about their steroid use. Yeah, bro, at least you're fucking honest. It's like, how insane. But this honesty is literally gonna ruin an entire generation of lifters. Literally. But at least you're being honest, dude. Congrats. Like, how fucked up. An entire group of bodybuilders managed to gaslight an entire planet into thinking that coming out about being on steroids is a good thing. And they should be respected for it. It's so insane. It's so insane how easy it is, like, wow. Like, that's the most insane thing, honestly. Because, like, in the past as well, you guys want to know what the funniest thing about it too is? In the past, one of the reasons why people didn't want to start steroids is because they would be afraid of what people would think about them if they told them. People would just be like, ah, you're doing this, you're doing that. So now, unironically, by removing this, like, stigma of steroids, all you're doing is taking all those people who care about what others think, and you're saying, like, oh, well, they wouldn't care, so why don't I do it? It's like, it's so insane, but people are gonna, like, glorify it, you know, like, no, dude, honesty above all, like, go fuck yourself. What do you mean? The honesties are gonna ruin people. Like, it's insane. It's insane. It's like, I'll give you an analogy, okay? Imagine on stream, every single streamer starts saying, like, oh, in game, we all take, like, cocaine, and that's how we can, like, not cocaine, Coca-Cola, right? We all take Coca-Cola, and that's how we can be entertaining for, like, 11 hours straight, and that's how we get our big audiences, right? Imagine they start saying this. How many new streamers do you think would sit there and be like, oh my god, let me have some Coca-Cola as well? Just think about it. Especially if you want to make it, you're going to be like, oh, let me copy the people at the top. Right? But then, what? You're gonna say, no, dude, we should applaud people. At least they're being honest. No, we should not applaud them for being fucking honest. Because these are things that should be kept hidden so that you don't ruin normies. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you guys an analogy for me, okay? What if I told you guys that unironically, in the streaming scene, it's a caffeine epidemic? That's what it is. Every streamer is abusing the fuck out of caffeine. Or at least I would say like 80% of the top streamers abusing the fuck out of caffeine. But they don't really talk about it. You might see it, but they don't really talk about how bad their caffeine addictions really are, right? So it's like, there are no real new streamers that are like, okay, well, if I want to start streaming, I need to get on like pre-workout, or like I need to be taking 8 coffees a day or all this shit. Because there are streamers that do that, right? But imagine people start being super honest about like, oh, dude, like, yeah, the way I'm entertaining and high energy is because, like, this. Like, it's like, even me, like, I'll sit here and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I need to take a rejuice and shit. And even I shouldn't say that, you know? If I was, like, responsible, I wouldn't talk about how I'm taking caffeine. Not because I'm lying about it, because I really want to sit here and, like, maybe a viewer of mine is going to sit there and be like, oh, I need to take pre-workout for, like, solo queue as well. No, I would never want that. And that's why I always tell people, don't get on pre-workout, don't start fucking caffeine, don't fuck up your don't get addicted to something you don't even get addicted to, you know? You guys want to know a reality for like the majority of like guys who are on steroids? On some no cancer shit. Look at this. Acne. Imagine you start steroids, okay, chat? And then your body looks like this. But then on social media, you can Photoshop the acne so it doesn't look like you actually have acne. So then the kids can be there and be like, yeah, let me start this shit. But then it's like, guess what, bro? You're gonna get that shit, yeah? But they don't know because people are lying about it. So it's like people are gonna be honest and open about like, yeah, I'm on steroids, bro. But then are they ever gonna be honest about like, yeah, this is how I feel, this is what it's really like? Like, no. They're still only gonna show themselves at the top, at their peak. Your balls shrink too? Yeah, but see, like, that's another problem. The whole balls shrinking thing has unironically become a meme, and most people don't take it seriously. You think people are gonna take that shit seriously? My balls shrink? Did you know what people are saying nowadays? My balls shrink makes my cock look bigger. I don't care. How crazy. Guys are gonna sit there, they're shrinking their fucking balls, and they're gonna say, I don't care, dude, my cock looks bigger. And then they're gonna have fucking 15-year-old Jimmy watching the Instagram story being like, yo, he's right. Who cares if my balls get smaller? Fuck the haters, dude, they're Myron. They're just Myron. Like, it's so disturbing. It's so disturbing. 24-hour stream? I think I just need to do like Kindred every game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It might just be a Kindred every game angle at this point.